Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On, our first real Christmas episode. You can see we've got the stage set, we've got a new decor here, but the art department's been really busy getting us set up, and we're going to start looking at some of the seasonal music. If you are interested, last year I did quite a few albums, and always go back and revisit those. I'm not going to cover them again this year. I mean, that'd just be a waste. We're going to have a lot of new material to cover. But there's some great stuff that we covered last year going into the Christmas season, and there might be some albums there that you'd be really interested in checking out. Okay, today I've got one. It's called A Canadian Christmas 4, a compilation. And to tell you the truth, I have no idea where I got it. I checked online, couldn't find it. You might be able to get hard copies, but I found the streaming network, I couldn't find the album. But there are some classic performances here. Now, I don't know if you follow a lot of Canadian artists. I know when I look at the stats for YouTube, I have about 25% Canadians that follow this. So there's a lot of the world that aren't following what I'm doing, or that are following what I'm doing that are outside of Canada. But I don't know if you're following the Canadian artists. But here's some of the ones that we have, and these are exceptional players. The album kicks off with Krall. Everybody knows her, just a great singer from BC. Christmas Time Is Here, the Vince Guaraldi tune from the Charlie Brown Christmas. An excellent way to kick off. Serena Ryder doing a song called Calling to Stay. Matt Dusk. Matt Dusk came along. Michael Bublé and him are kind of similar, kind of crooners. Matt Dusk kind of got overshadowed by Bublé. Everybody knows him. Matt Dusk put a few albums out and he was excellent. He just didn't seem to catch on the same way Bublé did. But he's got one here called Baby It's Cold Outside, doing that. Sarah McLachlan doing Joni Mitchell's song River. Susie McNeil doing It's Christmas Time. Colin James and the Little Big Band, great guitarist, doing the Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Then we got Ron Sexsmith in here, another great Canadian singer-songwriter. And Ron has written a self-penned song for the album here. Maybe This Christmas it's called. So this is the first one where we've got somebody doing one of their own tunes on the album. Next we have Anne Murray and the London Symphony Orchestra doing Winter Wonderland. Great Big Sea, some maritime music here from down Nova Scotia. Actually, I think these guys are from Newfoundland, not Nova Scotia, but maritime music, and it'll be Seven Joys of Mary. Justin Hines doing I'll Be Home for Christmas. The group Take Three doing Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. And here's the one that was my favorites, The Band. Now you remember The Band. Up on Cripple Creek, The Weight, all those great tunes, songs with the Big Pink, Bob Dylan's backup band. Everyone but Leon Helm, they're all from Canada. Yeah, a lot of people maybe don't realize that. It's more a Canadian band than an American band. I mean, Leon Helm was one of the few Americans that played in this band. And this time they're doing a song penned by Robbie Robertson, who lived or grew up just outside of Toronto, called Christmas Must Be Tonight. So to me, this was a real bonus finding the band on this album, that people were recognizing their heritage and, you know, Robertson contributing a Christmas song for it. Lorena McKenna doing God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. The Canadian Tenors doing Silent Night. Again, along the line of the three tenors, but it's the Canadian Tenors in there. Again, an excellent group and an excellent job. And we wrap up the album with Jan Arden doing Bring the Boys Home. I mean, it's just a who's who of Canadian talent on this album. And it's great that we've got a couple, like the band and Ron Sexsmith, writing tunes that, you know, that were their own songs they performed on here, which again made it very special. If you can find it, this is the kind of album I think I might have come across in a Starbucks. You know, when you're at the cash or in a department store and they've got those impulse buys, you're waiting in line and you see them, and these kind of albums pop up. And I recognized a few names on it. I don't think I bought it in a regular record store at those days. I don't think I got it online, like through Amazon or anything. I think I picked it up in a store, and my recollection would be impulse buy at the cash or at something like a Starbucks or a coffee shop. But if you can find it, there's some classic performances on here. Now, that also might mean that the same artist, if any of those stuck in your mind, they might have a Christmas album out that's worth checking out. I know Jan Arden has. I'm going to say probably the band does not have. So this may be one of the rare occasions that you can actually find the band doing a Christmas tune. anyways, just some things to check out as we kick into the holiday season. A Canadian Christmas, 4. Apparently there were 3 more that I didn't get, so I'm still on the lookout. That's it for today, guys. We'll see you on Friday. We've got another box set for you. Until then, take care. Thanks for stopping by.